In the heart of Transylvania, where legends and folklore intermingled with the modern world, Count Dracula awoke from his ancient slumber. He had been in torpor for centuries, but an insistent voice within him beckoned him to arise and seek his bloodline. Dracula, a name that sent shivers down the spine of both mortal and immortal, knew that his quest would take him across lands he had never explored before. He began his journey in the eerie and misty Carpathian Mountains, where he was rumored to have walked in life, and where his first clues lay. His path took him through the historical streets of Bucharest, the bustling cities of Romania, and the quaint villages of Bulgaria. He listened to the whispers of the night, seeking any trace of his descendants. In remote monasteries and hidden archives, he uncovered fragments of his family's history. But it wasn't until he crossed the border into Bosnia that he found a lead worth pursuing. In the quiet town of Sarajevo, Dracula discovered an old manuscript in a dusty library. It spoke of a woman with the Count's bloodline flowing through her veins, and it hinted at a sacred church in a distant land. The trail was faint, but it was enough to rekindle Dracula's hope. He journeyed to Ethiopia, a land of ancient mysteries and breathtaking landscapes. There, in the city of Addis Ababa, Dracula encountered a priest who knew of the church mentioned in the manuscript. With the priest as his guide, Dracula descended into the earth, deep beneath the sacred structure. As they descended further into the hidden chambers, Dracula could sense the presence of something extraordinary. In the dimly lit catacombs, they finally came upon a chamber where a woman, her eyes filled with a haunting familiarity, stood before an ornate altar. She was a descendant of Dracula, the keeper of his bloodline. Her name was Selene, and her destiny had been intertwined with the Count's for centuries. She had been born with a unique connection to the dark legacy that coursed through her veins. Dracula, the ancient vampire, and Selene, the bearer of his blood, stared at each other. There was a recognition, a connection that transcended time. Selene had known of her ancestry, and she had been prepared for this moment. Her life had been a journey to embrace her lineage and the power that came with it. Together, they unlocked the secrets hidden deep within the catacombs. Dracula's quest had led him to his bloodline, and Selene had discovered the true extent of her abilities. She possessed the knowledge and strength to harness the ancient powers that had been dormant for generations. But the reunion was not without danger. In the catacombs beneath the sacred Ethiopian church, as Dracula and Selene stood before the altar, a sensation unlike any other filled the chamber. The very air seemed to ripple with power, and a luminous figure descended from above. It was Archangel, a celestial being of incomprehensible power, who had sensed the resurgence of Dracula's lineage and Selene's connection to his bloodline. Archangel materialized in a blinding burst of celestial energy, their form towering over the ancient vampire and his bloodline descendant. The chamber trembled, and the air filled with the resonance of divine authority. "Why have you awakened this ancient legacy?" Archangel's voice was a symphony of celestial might. "The balance of the supernatural world is delicate, and your actions have threatened it." Dracula and Selene, undaunted by the celestial presence, stood their ground. They had come too far to be deterred by the force of the heavens. Selene, with unwavering resolve in her eyes, addressed Archangel. "We understand the balance, but we are here to protect our legacy and preserve the harmony of our kind. The forces that sought to challenge us were malevolent, and we had no choice but to defend our bloodline." Dracula, his voice a deep echo of centuries past, added, "We will not allow our legacy to be threatened by any force, celestial or otherwise. The power that flows through our veins is a responsibility we accept willingly." The ensuing battle was a clash of unimaginable proportions. Archangel, wielding the power of the heavens, and Dracula and Selene, fueled by their newfound connection to the ancient bloodline, engaged in a battle that transcended the physical and supernatural realms. The catacombs shook with each clash of power, and the very earth quaked beneath their feet. It was a battle that tested their limits and forged an understanding beyond words. In the end, it was not a battle of defeat but a battle of revelation. Archangel, with a solemn nod, acknowledged the strength and determination of Dracula and Selene in defending their bloodline and maintaining the balance of the supernatural world. "You have proven yourselves worthy of the power you possess," Archangel declared. "I will watch over your actions and ensure that the balance is maintained." With those words, Archangel ascended back into the celestial realms, leaving Dracula and Selene standing in the aftermath of their epic confrontation. The catacombs echoed with a newfound sense of purpose, and the celestial clash had not shattered their resolve but strengthened their bond. Dracula and Selene, having earned the respect and understanding of even the celestial forces that watched over the supernatural world, stood as guardians of their legacy. They were ready to face whatever challenges the future might hold, united in their shared destiny and the power that flowed through their veins. With a newfound understanding of his own existence, Dracula chose to remain in the shadows, protecting his bloodline from the perils of the modern world. Selene, now aware of her role, would carry the legacy forward, ensuring that the bloodline remained unbroken.